Hey everyone, welcome to another Wrote for a Q weekly league vlog. This time it's week 7 and we are pretty much about halfway through, just over halfway through. In this week's video I'm going to be playing my friend Bobby, and Bobby is a very good player, right up there, nearly at the top of the handicap leagues. And if you remember from my previous videos, the handicaps work the opposite of golf. So the higher the handicap you have, the better player you are, or at least the more experienced player you are. And Bobby has a handicap of 35, and I have a handicap of 14, which means that with every frame, I get a 21-point head start. Now, the question is, will 21 points be enough? Because Bobby can string together a pretty good break with relative ease. As usual, I'm just going to show the shots that lead to points. So that is foul shots, pots and breaks, and then the shot that stops a break, basically. And sometimes I'll show the safety shot that might lead to a foul, or the safety shot that leads to a snooker. Basically, I'm trying to tell the story of the frame without showing every shot, because some of these frames are quite long. Let me know in the comments what you think your favourite shot of the match was, and maybe at the end of this league I'll put a bit of a compilation together of some of the best shots. But for now though, let's get on with the video. Hey everyone, voiceover ad here, and I'm going to take you through the commentary on this match. Sorry about the camera angle. It was a pretty busy club, so I couldn't really set the camera up at the sort of black end of the table as I normally would, just because there was somebody using the table to our left. So yeah, so we have to make do with this side angle. I've tried to rectify the lens distortion as much as possible. I think it's okay, actually. Anyway, there we go. There's an example of Bobby's rather remarkable potting. And as you can see, he played it as a shot to nothing and wound up safe. But, you know, to his credit, he didn't roll up behind a block colour, which is, you know, probably what I would have done. He actually attempted to pot on the green. And he also gets the next chance with that very nice middle pocket pot. And yeah, got himself nicely on the black. And again, lovely black. Unfortunately, because of this camera angle, it's kind of blocking the shot a little bit. You can just about see the red he's going for. Gets nicely into that. Again, can't really see it. It's not his fault, obviously. But yeah. So another nice black. So what are we up to now? 16 break. Almost up to his getting my lead back. And a bit of a loose one there, though. I didn't quite get the safety shot right, which leaves me a chance of this red in the middle, which I do sink and get on the brown. Nice pot on the brown, but it was dead straight and there was not much I could have done. I don't have the cue power to screw all the way back down the table. So just a safety shot to end the break. And then Bobby...
We don't play.
I don't know if he was, but I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. He didn't put his hand up to apologise, so I'm guessing he was playing it. I didn't. Yeah, I didn't notice. Nice brown though. Back nicely down the table. Manages to get out of the shadow of all those reds for this red into the corner. And again, nicely on the black. Black's in nicely and on this red, so what, we're on 13 now. Out 5. Yeah, 13. 14 plus the green, 17. So well and truly in the lead. Well, not well and truly, but in the lead now. After me getting a 21-point head start. Another lovely red. 18 break. Got a really nice smooth cue action as our Bobby. Didn't pay off that time though. But still, nice break. Anyway, sometime later, I had to play one of the best safety shots I've ever done. A generous tap on the table from Bobby. But unfortunately, I'm finding that when I play the better safety shots, my opponent is getting the pots. And that was a really nice pot from Bobby. And another black. This is looking fairly ominous, this frame. So red, black, red. Nicely on this black again now. Can you move this red off the cushion? No, I didn't go for it. But gets to black. So another 16 break. Well, I say another 16 break. Another break, this time 16. 17, and on this pink. This will make it 23. Oh, Bobby. Not quite. But nice double. Pretty awkward queuing on this blue though. Has to get the spider out, and not quite. Leaves me a chance of this red past the black. Oh yeah, get that in nicely. I think I maybe come high enough for the black. Yeah. Just roll that in. No heroics. The reds are on the cushion anyway, so just make sure of the points and then play a safety. Although I think I try and pot this. Yeah, not far off. I knew the other one was on the cushion, so the only chance of leaving that one. I get the next chance as well, so and get that in. So 19 points in it with a red left. If I could get a colour here, or actually get a snooker, and force a foul from Bobby, and this is not over. Oh, that's a bit loose from Bobby. He's disappointed in himself with that one. But I play some terrible snooker escapes as well. Pretty happy with that red with a long rest. Just if it had stopped 6 inches earlier, I would have been nicely on that pink to the middle, and it would have been so close. As it is, I play the green with safety in mind, kind of anyway, and managed to fluke the green, so that's okay. And then just a safety on the yellow. But I have a habit of playing these safeties and getting too close to the cushion with too close to the pockets with the object ball. Anyway, Bobby couldn't pot it, but he does get the next chance on it after a little bit more of a safety exchange. Now, where is this cue ball going? Is it going to stop? Yeah, it's going to stop. That's okay. So, double on the green. Ooh, not quite. Green could go anywhere. And it's gone. Well, he stuck it up a little bit. But I couldn't get it in, so later on, Bobby plays this really nice snooker. Obviously played for. Tap on the table from me. And I got to get out of it. But I completely misjudged that. I don't know how I managed to get so far out with that. As I said, that was a pretty bad even snooker escape attempt for me. It's one I'd like back to try again. And then he puts me in another one. But this one's middle of the table, and I've just got a little bit of I'm just a bit on the right hand side of the brown, so I can swerve it round. And do swerve it around okay, but unfortunately do leave it for Bobby. With a 17-point lead, this green gives him a 20-point lead with 22 left on the table. So basically he needs just one ball and I need all of them. But they're all in relatively potable positions, so if you can get a chance on this, play a safety on this brown and get a chance. No, I won't play a safety. What I'll do is I'll just pot it, and then Now, situation here is if I pot this, the pink is very potable, the black is very potable.
and that could have been my frame. But as it is, I stick it up for Bobby. I had to go for it though. It just felt like I had playing my slow roll-ins to the middle pocket pretty well, as you will have known if you'd watched my lineup benchmarking video. I'll put a card in the top right-hand corner if you haven't watched that. Play the pink quite slowly into the middle pocket in quite a lot in that game. Anyway, that's the first frame to Bobby. So can I get myself to a draw and at least salvage a point from this particular match? Bobby's break this time, but it's Bobby that gets the first chance after the initial safety exchange. Nice little red into the middle. Just runs past the too far past the yellow for the browns. Has to play this cut in the green. Which doesn't work out, and he's brought the red down to the business end of the table, if you like. So can I get this red in? It's tighter to the cushion than it looked, I think, but still managed to get it in. Didn't really manage to do what I wanted with the cue ball, but it was such a tight squeeze that I didn't want to do too much. But that was not a million miles away with the blue. Managed to crack the light with my cue. That's never a good thing. Anyway, Bobby, another nice pot. I was a bit fortunate not to leave him anything easy, to be honest, but he still managed to pot that red, so can't really complain about that. And that yellow. So just a safety shot. He was unlucky not to find an easy red or easier red. Still leaves me on the wrong end of the table, but Bobby does get the next chance as well. And gets nicely on the blue. Plays that pretty hard, to be honest, and gets a little bit of action, but not great. So again, just a safety shot, but plays another nice one. I mean, pretty much perfect, pretty much behind the brown. So just a cushion shot from me and hitting hope, really. I mean, tap on the table for Bobby, but there's a bit of fortune in there. But anyway, didn't matter because Bobby did have a pot on, so he deserved a chance after that excellent safety, to be honest. A great long blue, and left himself nicely on this red. Get back out for the blue. Not quite there. And he's left me amongst it, but that white's just rolled a little bit too far, and I don't fancy getting the fishing tackle out, so I'm playing a long red, or longish red, medium red, should we say, into the middle, which doesn't go right. What we got here? Rest shot from Bobby.
I didn't even notice what.
He's laughing about that. I don't think he was meaning to hit that first red, and just deflected it enough to put it in the pocket. But he gets another chance here. Nice green. Could be a really nice positional shot. Yeah, just out of the gets through to the gap for this red into the left corner pocket as we look at it. Right corner pocket if you're looking at it on a normal table oriented camera. So he's nearly got scores level. Oh, what a yellow that is as well. And not an unkind kiss on the blue either to get to that red, but doesn't quite get the red. Doesn't leave me much either though. So, but I do get this chance here, and just the yellow really. But can I get this yellow in? I can. I'm just trying to get. Could have done with a little bit more stun to get the red over the middle. But this, I tried to go for this shot because I felt like the positional shot on the black was easier. But didn't get it quite right. Anyway, I do get another chance. This time the black is a bit more potable. Excuse me. Can I force this black in? I can. Is this red going to run too far? Are the white going to run too far for this red? It has, so just a safety shot. But I'm pretty happy with that one. Oh, the cannon on the brown sort of spoiled it a little bit. But get my lead reasonably well established, but for another excellent long pot from Bobby. What's he got here? Black to middle. Oh, unlucky. That was a risky one because he's left me right in it again. So yeah, just a case of rolling that in and running through a little bit for this pink. And I can just hopefully... Oh, the intention was to screw back a foot for the red below the blue, but didn't quite get it. So just a safety shot. That red's come up the table more than I wanted, and again another kiss on the pot colours paid to a good safety. So that gives Bobby a chance on that red. Not much in terms of a colour available though, so trying this green. Oh, double kiss is unlucky. But he's left it relatively safe. And plays a good pot there as well. And round for the green. So playing with a bit of topspin here, trying to get down the table for one of these reds. Oh, but he's misjudged that. Has he? Yes. Oh, that's tricky. That's tough. That's unlucky. But another... Next chance goes to Bobby, and another very fine pot into the middle. Pulled no punches with that one. So can he cut this yellow in and get down to this last red near the black spot? Oh, not quite. Good positional shot though. Well, okay. I think it could have done with running a bit further for the position, but he didn't get the yellow anyway. So a half attempt at a pot for me. I was trying the pot, but I did look to overcut it rather than undercut it to get the safety. Which does lead me to get another chance eventually after the safety breaks down. So yeah, red with the rest, pretty happy with that. Tricky green. I get that in nicely, but could have done with a bit more pace on that and right hand side to get around for the yellow. Yeah, that I was meant to put the yellow on the cushion there. And then I try a similar shot to what Bobby did earlier. Well, actually, no, it wasn't. Bobby potted it to me and then went in off, but I was just trying to get safety behind the brown. But going off, so give points away. But I cut that in nicely. Oh, just about managed to miss the middle pocket with a cue ball. Would have been very unlucky to go in at that angle and that pace line, but it's possible. So just a safety on the green. Trying to get a snooker, but I just overhit it slightly. Oh. I'm letting Bobby back into this really. He needs snookers, but that foul has meant that he can win with a clearance. In fact, he's got a little room to spare even as well. So is this going to snooker me? He's holding his hands up. I think I can just get through to a red, and I do invite Bobby just to keep an eye on it because I'm trying to snick this green past the blue. That's a red for, which I managed to do nicely. Tap on the table from Bobby, and yeah, continue tap on the table because I managed to snooker him, which was very fortunate. Which he manages to miss, which is very nice for me. So yeah, so very much in the driving seat in this frame, so I just need to not lose my head like I did with that frame against Mike, where I had Mike needing snookers and completely missed a yellow that wasn't even snookered. So just play it safe, no heroics. Or just do one of the best pots I've ever done. But I've managed to snooker myself on the brown. I kid you not, like almost the entire club watched that pot and said good shot, but then I ended up snookering myself on the brown and giving away more points with the foul. But it's a ball off the table. So actually, it would be better than Bobby putting it. Anyway, here we go. Brown. Don't snooker myself on the blue. Don't think I have. Can get through to this blue. Should be automatic position on the pink. Got the pink in. This frame is over. Just going for the glory of the clearance now. Didn't quite get into that as well as I wanted to, but luckily the black is fairly close to the pocket, probably about 8-10 inches away. So I can just cut it in, and there we go, brown to black clearance. Not a close frame in the end, but actually the points don't really tell the story. Would I have won that frame without a 21 point head start? Who knows? Probably not, because I think Bobby would have played differently, and I would have probably played differently. But anyway, let's take a look at the league table. So this is the league table at the end of week 7, and as you can see, I'm at 9 games played and 10 points. Now we know now that Kelvin has played all of his games, so that's 14 matches for each person to play, and he has 20 points. So that's the target. I can still get to 20 if I win all my frames, but it's a big ask. Anyway, that's it for this week, and I'll see you in week 8, where I'll be playing Nick. Catch you then.